Let's do this.
Yep. Been looking forward to
Put
this.
this trial to a close.
So it's like, I mean, my pre-trial assumption is that, like, well, maybe, like, yeah, Hammer was just tired of it, so he wanted to use the Steel Samurai costume, frame hours, and kill D. Vasquez. But I feel like there
Mhm.
might be something else at play that will come out through the trial, because I
Mhm.
feel like there might be just another layer or two to it.
Yeah, because then how did that get reversed on him? Is the other question. If that's the case,
Exactly, because I don't think, unless, like, she had her mafia boys, like, with her and they killed him, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, yeah. It's a
I
good
mean,
question. Apparently, they can literally appear out of nowhere, so it's possible.
yeah, they just spawned out of nowhere.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement.
In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear.
Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You like that?
Aha!
You like what I did there? You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios.
Oh shit! You actually did it. No one's actually been able to do that yet.
On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. She's guilty. I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Also, hopefully literally.
Man, Edgy Boy's having some trouble this trial.
Yeah, for sure.
I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4 o'clock. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammers' body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van.
Hmm?
There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
So my question is, so then they ate the steaks outside though, like because the plates were out there?
I think,
But she
yeah,
was
they did. Yeah.
yes. I'm like, you were worried about the wind, so you had him take it to the van, but you still ate steaks outside. Like what?
Yeah, I
The
don't know. Okay, enter the trailer a little before noon. Meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards. We went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Saul take me. 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sunlight, T1 takes the table in front of the trailer. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm pretty sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said somewhere. Yeah, okay. Enter the trailer a little before noon. By yourself?
yes.
And you didn't stop in at the employee area.
No.
Are you always this terse?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Makes my life easier. I have easy lines.
Yeah, really. I'm getting a 12 sharp and ended at 4. Okay, this checks out. Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one.
Come on, let's talk a bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What the fuck, dude? He's trying to help you.
And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So we went to Studio 1. Okay. And when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
Maybe you could try remembering.
No. Meeting ended at 4 o'clock, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. So take me there. Hold on. You had said I'll take you? What does that mean?
It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, alright. Maybe we took a 15-minute break. Yeah, that's probably the important part. And what were you doing during that time?
Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It
That's
was
so
a
funny.
15-minute break.
Okay. You have someone who can verify this. Oh, we already knew that.
Sal,
No, I mean someone else.
one person is enough.
If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. Find some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I wish she said a little more. Okay. Some proof that she didn't eat the steak.
What's the van say? Okay.
I'm gonna use this van to drive past SU1 after the meeting in the trailer. Okay. I don't think we have any to prove that she didn't eat the steak.
Yeah.
Or we do. Okay, okay.
Maybe you
This is
do.
what I thought. Yeah, because I was thinking maybe it's because I had mentioned like they didn't have the bones on the other plate, so maybe that's what he's gonna get at.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? That's what I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak, but I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak?
Get it? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bones too.
Fine, it was filet mignon.
You ate a boneless steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
How dare you? Just waste a good steak
I
like
see.
that? What the fuck?
Yeah, really. I'm sure it was a delicious steak.
Mm-hmm.
Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on salmonella.
I wonder what dialogue would have came from that.
She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. She was tickling Salmonella's balls. Wait, what? Order! Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. But Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Okay, so that really makes me think that you're kind of admitting that you did it, but
Yeah, like I said, I think her henchmen are involved because they would also move the body and everything.
yeah, that's possible. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick.
Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Yes. Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would.
Huh. You see?
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
Meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. It was the hydraulic press.
Damn you, Haji, no.
What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I almost want to do the spear, but it's either the spear or the 5-year-old photo.
Yeah.
I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon.
But that is the murder weapon.
Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action scene run-through, but someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Oh, so maybe it was the fence again.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Order, order.
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence! I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed?
Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order, order. I cannot have order. This trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word if this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios.
What does this have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it. See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest?
What? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Oh wait, do we not get to make a comment?
Nope.
Miss Steve Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trail. Then she did it. He pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die? 5 years ago?
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright. Let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1? And returned to the trailer, all in the space of a 15-minute break? could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio One and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time.
Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body?
I bet she could move it.
Yeah, right. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands?
For instance, she used a hand truck.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then.
Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Van? Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio One, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio One. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio One. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume.
Hold on, right? Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator?
Of course, Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget, they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win. So what happens next? Don't question mark me. Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh. I lost. Something like that? Well, she did actually just say that.
Yeah. I just... I just said that.
Wait, so you mean P. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer.
Who can say?
Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What? What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does not seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
Ugh, what do I do now? I don't think I have the proof.
Yes, maybe testify again to find that proof?
Yeah, I'd like you to testify again. Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I saw before. Truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say.
Let's see. I'm trying to think if there is something else here.
Is there
Yeah,
any...
I don't think so.
What would happen if I said it again? You asked the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn. I'm so far only to fail.
This isn't even my final form.
As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Very well.
Your Honor. I was hoping to think of another question while I objected again.
How many times can I do this, Your Honor?
I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say, ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? He probably realized she did it too.
I was just about to say the same thing. I'm like, wow, he's actually helping you out.
Yeah. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth.
This is going to be his third not guilty verdict in a row.
Well,
he
second.
sucks as a lawyer.
Second. He wasn't in the first case.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right.
Some random glasses mofo.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. They always, the first trial of every game, you always fight some like really generic nerdy guy that just like crumbles really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close, real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Okay, I was with Sal Old Bag security lady when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. They called the police, then Powers showed up. Security lady, when he said, did it, I has to be left out of proceedings, went back to the trailer, get my script, and went home. I have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Okay. I guess we'll start pressing. What time was that?
We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then.
When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio?
About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you.
Where were the other employees when you got to the studio?
They weren't there yet.
Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help.
Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy. The witness will continue her testimony. As soon as there, only Powers was absent. Okay. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct?
So he says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember.
Remember? What?
There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Low blow.
Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. They immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. We stood there until Powers finally arrived at the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence.
Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up.
Start taking your clothes off. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. Security, it's great. Old bag, the security lady. Why does security lady thinks Powers had done it?
she said because she saw him going toward the studio.
Right, the Steel Samurai. Okay. I don't think that's important. Or she's already anticipating anything I could throw at her. Has to be left out of the proceedings, okay. You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us.
Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Maybe the trailer gives us thinking. I bet I gotta get my the script in your direction notes.
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why?
There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez, please continue. Okay,
Wait,
he caught
she
it.
said she... Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say, wait, so she...
Yeah,
God,
she's literally saying that she knew there was a murder before she got there.
Yeah, she just gave herself away. Oh, fantastic. Glad Edgeworth caught it.
Yeah, really.
Honor. I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One.
Order. Mr. Edgeworth. What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement. However, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me, but he wasn't there either.
No, he
Right?
was.
Or-
He was
Oh,
there.
yeah, he was. He was.
Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Okay. Okay, so with sound, old bag was there, only Powers was absent. Immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. 3 lady, old bags. Okay.
You have to use a clue of some sort, but
yeah, I'm not really sure what clue to...
yeah, it's like I was kind of thinking. I'm like, how would she, would she have known about? Well,
I don't look at my script direction notes.
and you already pressed her on this comment, right?
Yeah, because this was the only new one.
Yeah.
You knew that Hammer was injured. Okay. Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. Oh, I can't believe I didn't catch that.
Cool.
Oh my god, now I actually feel really stupid. Yeah, because she said Hammer. I literally, like, in my mind, changed it. Like, I was thinking...
shit.
Yeah, no, that was actually super obvious, but I had the name switched in my mind for that.
I did not even pay attention to that, to be honest.
Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. The person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Wow, I actually, like...
Whoops.
Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it. It was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person?
I should just need to step away for a quick minute. I'll be back.
Okay. Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but... wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Huh. And when he was doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order, order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah. Let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on that matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I don't think I can. Nick, no. Saying you can't prove it now would be admitting defeat. Took it away. But what proof could I possibly have? I don't care if it's impossible. You still have to fight this one. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. Okay, I guess, and I'm going to present the picture. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, oh, you're back? Okay, cool. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive for murder. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez.
What? What?
That's Edgeworth.
Oh, sorry. What?
Obviously, she knows.
Damn it, if they pan to the her, it's like, what the hell?
I know. Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Damn.
Well, if it was self-defense, I feel like that, if anything, that would be in her favor.
Yeah, that would be in her favor. Of course, there's all this other stuff that now comes to light because of all of this, but...
Yeah.
So you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me.
Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. I don't even know who's talking, so I'm just... Miss Vasquez. What happened? Oh, that's probably, yeah.
What happened here? Manuel? Oh, I guess, well, that's...
Oh, this is the past.
Or...
Yeah, so this is Jack Hammer talking.
Oh.
Manuel fell from this trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. Well, that would...
Oh, well, we don't know who the hell is talking.
Yeah, it's going back and forth between them.
No. How could this?
It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Yeah, it doesn't matter. Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez.
No! Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever.
I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you've brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found is only natural, not a miracle. So, I'm a little confused, though, because if, let's say, like, Powers is still making money for her, wouldn't it be in her best interest to try to clear his name and say, oh, it was in self-defense sooner rather than later? Like, that's why I'm confused still, you know?
I mean, I don't think she cares. I don't think she cares about Powers. The show's ending anyway. Like, the show's not going to continue. She wanted to cancel the show and move on.
Yeah, but I don't know if she could have used him as an actor. I don't know.
I don't think any of that matters to her.
I guess. Yeah, that was still just unclear.
She just wanted someone to pin the murder on. And, like, Powers was the obvious person. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers,
Guilty.
not guilty of this murder. He has killed children before, probably. That is all. This court is adjourned.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder. It makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Let's see. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because...
Show him your lawyer badge.
Yeah, right.
That's a great question. What would be... I don't think it would be the photo of, like, the previous murder, but... Maybe today's photo of... Oh!
Maybe it's this?
I think this. Yes, I'm thinking it's this.
Because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was a Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once. but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP.
Oh, thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more.
About that.
About that.
About that one.
I can't wait to get back into the sweaty costume, man. Something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth.
Say something right. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth.
It's like, but you came over to me. Why do you want me to
Yeah,
start?
right.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Liar.
What if he actually secretly is?
Yeah.
Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary
feelings.
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. It's like, whatever, loser. This is your second case, bitch.
Suck my dick, bitch! Oh, but you would like that, wouldn't you? Clearly.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? Clearly, yes.
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? They're so gay for each other.
I was literally about to say they were lovers.
It's not even like it's definitely it's definitely like the thing, right? Everyone, especially after that part where it's like, I have unnecessary feelings. It's like, okay, come on, they have to be doing this on purpose. There's so much, there's such a thing between these two.
Yeah, he started getting hot for him.
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident for 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great if WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't
he
think
is
the
the
world
big
is.
princess.
Yes. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. The end.
All right. Honestly, that actually, you know what? That actually, I was a pretty decent twist, I gotta say.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
still
a
a
good
little
that was a good
unsatisfied that it's
twist.
like, oh, since self-defense. Wait, so they said, oh, she could have gotten away with it. So I'm like, so does that mean she's going to jail? But I'm like, it was self-defense, so it's like, I don't know. I still
I
like
mean,
the
she
twist.
still killed the guy.
Yeah,
Like,
she did.
even in self-defense, you kill someone, that's still murder.
Yeah, but I
But
feel like in self-defense, that's viewed upon differently, of course. But I guess
yeah,
this
but
also
not
was.
differently. Not differently to the point where you just where you don't get in trouble for it.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know. But yeah, yeah. No, that's definitely a good one. That was an interesting twist. But yeah, that's it for episode 3, and next time we can jump into episode 4.